Alright, we got a new project in the shop today. We got a 2004 Honda cr85. She has seen better days. Bought it for 600 bucks. And it does technically run. Does not run well. There is a noise in the engine that sounds something transmission related. It's not a knocking noise like it's blown up, but it does not sound good. A couple other key problems is that the clutch does not disengage. What else? The front suspension is misaligned. I don't know if it was wrecked. So the handlebars are straight right now. And yeah, that's not very good. I know the wheel is not bent. Both wheels are true. Both are flat. And the engine has just had an overhaul on it, and all of the gaskets are new. So the case gasket right there, some other ones, and everything is loose on this. Obviously, like loose everywhere. Gotta fix the peg there. Exhaust only has one bolt. It's got JB Weld on it, a bunch of other stuff. Here's my list right now. And see if we can't fix this thing. Got some cool stuff on it. FMF pipe. And yeah. First things first, we're gonna pop the engine out, take all the plastics off, seat off. I'm going to replace this lever, clutch cable, throttle cable, and some other stuff as well. Get this thing looking good and riding great. So, see you when the plastics are off. Back at it. Plastics off. Just took off the exhaust real quick and the side cover. And not terrible. A little better look at the engine and surroundings. So now, engine time, take it out. Boom. All right, she's out of there. Sitting on the bench. Sitting pretty on the bench. Has that rear washer that sits in here. Has egged that hole out a little bit. Just enough for it to crack the case on both sides of that washer. Just on the one side. The other side is certainly not great. But we'll see if we put this on the mill and we bore this out just a little bit, just so we could put a little 1/8 inch steel sleeve in there, or maybe even a plastic bushing. We'll see when we get to that point, and we'll take a video, see what we do to repair this, and make it nice. So luckily that did not go into the casing. The casing is not cracked there. I've seen that on other dirt bikes, specifically some Chinese and the dirt bikes in 125. It's a steel plate right here. When this gets all worn out, or the bushing, sometimes they have rubber bushings in them, and they wear out, the steel will just right through the case. And had to weld a couple of them up before. So, we're gonna have to do some welding. Let's see if I can get this. See if you can see it. Oh, right there. Front motor mount's cracked. Oh, look at that. That thing's egged out. Yep, you're gonna have to fix that, sleeve it, make it nice. All right, here we are. Fast forward a little bit to the engine teardown. I have kind of skipped ahead a little bit. I've already pulled the two casings apart. I didn't have a case puller, so all I did was stack some random bolts and nuts, drilled 2 holes in a plate, and then I just put them in these stator bolts right here. Put this over top. Make sure you have enough thread inside the hole so you don't pull the threads out if you only have like 2 turns in. So you just have to get the spacing right. This rests on top of the crankshaft like this, and just tighten the bolts, pops right off. Hit it with a dead blow on the sides a little bit, just to loosen it up. And here we are. So it was a bit technical taking all this off, so I just wanted to take a couple of pictures along the way versus getting you guys a time lapse, but pretty cool little stuff. This is part of the shifter assembly. That's the kickstart assembly right there, shifter lever, and some other stuff. So pretty cool how these transmissions work. This is your selector arm, and you have 3 shift forks here. Everything is a dog style engagement, so there's no synchros or anything. All right, all set up on the mill. Here's my little setup. I need to work on remembering to film. I get so excited and I'm just doing stuff that I just completely forget to hit record. Anyway, over on this motor mount, I have repaired the crack. Actually, there was 3 cracks, 1 here and then 2 on this side. So I ground them out, drilled a hole at the end of the crack on each one so it has less chance of it to spread. Clean the inside of the hole out with a wire brush and then welded up everything. And looks fine, full penetration. And now I just finished putting the case halves back together with no internals besides the crank. And now I'm just drilling the holes out. Just finished the one. I upsized this to, what did I upsize it to? 27/64, so not fully 7/16. I didn't want to take too much material out of this, so it was already like a 390-ish was the biggest size hole that it went to when it was out of round. So I just stepped that up a little bit. And this hole over here I am stepping it up to an 11/16 from, it's like 680, I think. And there's already supposed to be a sleeve in this one. So it's not like the sleeve is only going to be 10 thousandths thick, you know. So that'll just be a light dusting on there. And my dad gave me these rubber plugs for hoses and stuff like that a while ago. It's a kit from Harbor Freight. And I love using them for this kind of stuff. You just plug up the transmission, any hole that's, you know, close to where you're machining to or blowing around. So pretty handy stuff. So time to get this drill bit swapped out. I'm gonna drill this hole now. Then we can start reassembling everything.
Despite the lies that you're making, your love is mine for the taking. My love is just waiting to turn your tears to roses. Despite the lies that you're making, your love is mine for the taking. My love is just waiting to turn your tears to roses. I will be the one that's gonna hold you. I will be the one that you run to. My love is a burning, consuming fire. No, you'll never be alone.
We're back on the bench after getting done at the mill. We are now fully drilled, repaired, ready to be sleeved. And I'm just now noticing, looking on the blown up exploded parts diagram of the transmission here, just, you know, I haven't really found anything definite besides the motor mounts that has been causing this noise. And, well, spot the problem. Somebody, not me, lost a washer on the counter shaft. So there's a washer on the main shaft, top and bottom. There's special washers, especially for this bottom one. And there's no washer on this side that the bearing goes up against in the exploded diagram, but there is one on this side. So somebody lost a little 12 millimeter thrust washer, and this thing has been going. And I'll put these exploded parts diagram down in the description so you can also see it if you're also having some sort of problem putting any of this back together. So, or need parts for it as well, because it'll have part numbers on the diagram. So, all right, engine is merely fully assembled. Everything went pretty smoothly. I also have my new dowel pins / sleeves that I made for the front and rear. So this one will go in there like that. And then this one goes in here. And now they're ready for the existing swing arm bolt. And then new front bolt, which will now be a little smaller size. And let's go put it in. Getting smoky in here. First startup, the throttle cable was just a tad too long. Too short, so I had to cut it a little bit. I should probably shut this off. Yeah, it works great. So I had to shorten the throttle cable a little bit. About 1/4 inch, because the one that came with it was a little too short, and the one I bought was also too short, so I had to cut off the steel piece, cut some steel out, and then put it back in, so. All right, here she is, idling away. Pretty cool. Got it all up and running, fully rebuilt. Also fixed the noise from where it was coming from originally, which was that missing washer on the counter shaft. So make sure you guys check that, and I'll include some links to some of the exploded views in the description below of where to look for them, and also on startup originally it was leaking out of the weep hole under here for the water pump, so I had to pop the water pump case off and replace the water pump side of the two seals. So if you have oil leaking out of there, then your oil seal is gone bad, and if you have water leaking out of there, then your water seal has gone bad for your water pump. So just to let you guys know on that, but she's a ripper. So still burning off some of my lube inside, and just getting her warmed up here. So thanks for watching.